So I have a new outdoor access point Wi-Fi extender to test out today from WAVLINK. Let's go ahead and see what's all in the box. Now I had a different model of theirs, an older one that was set up on the hill, because originally my internet was set up on the top of the mountain, and I had to beam it down to the house when I first moved in because I didn't have my Starlink set up here yet. So I connected one of these up there and I was able to get internet all over my property plus in the house. So I'm actually pretty excited to try out their newer model. And this one is a little smaller than the other one. Plus it has more antennas. So I'm hoping that I'll actually get even better distance. And the antennas are going to be right here. So here's the main unit. We have ports all the way around to connect your antennas. You have your opening here to connect your Ethernet. We have all the accessories, so we should have the little thing to block out water and everything. Here's our waterproof adapter for our Ethernet. We do have a wrench for it, and we do have a power over Ethernet connector, which you'll need to use. Our power adapter, and then we also have some hardware to connect it to a wall. Inside with the antennas, these are actually pretty nice antennas. You do get some large zip ties. So you can zip tie it to something. I actually had my original one zip tied to a T-post, so that is an option. And even with it down on the ground and connected with the T-post, I got really good signal all over the property. So we'll see how well this one does. Each one of these antenna ports also has like this little rubber gasket that the antenna is going to go up against, so it's going to make it waterproof there as well. Now once we get everything connected, there we go. We have antennas for every direction. So this one I actually ordered myself. They did send this one over for me to try out. Now I'll go ahead and show you what I'm going to be doing, where I'm going to install it, and then we'll install it here in a couple of days when it's not raining, because I do have to drill a hole in the wall, use the silicone sealant and all that stuff, so we make sure everything's good and tight. We're back a couple of days later and we're going to get this installed. Now what I'm going to be... Oh! I didn't do that. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to drill a hole through the wall next to the other hole that I've already drilled for the Starlink before, because that's how I had to run it outside. And then we're going to use some grommets and seal it and everything. So let's go ahead and get that going. I'll get it installed and then we'll start testing it and see how well it works throughout the property. And personally, I drill at a downward angle. That way if there's water, moisture and stuff, it's going to travel down the wire and not like in the wall and stuff. Super simple. I definitely didn't get that aligned with the other hole, but I'm not going to be worried about that. All right, so now we need to get our Ethernet ran from inside to outside. And the way that I did this last time is I pretty much taped it to the drill bit and then just pushed it through. All right, and then gently just pull it through so you don't rip the tape off. Masking tape actually works pretty well for this. And now that we have it out here, we can get the grommet on and we can get that sealed up and on there. Now this does come with a diagram that you can use to make your drill marks, and it will tell you to use the 6mm drill bit, but I am not going to use their screws, or I'm opting to use my own screws. These are exterior ones and they're just a bit more heavier duty, and that's what I prefer, especially with the weather and elements that I have here. I would just prefer to make sure that it's a little more secure. And these were just simple grommets that I got. I think they were labeled for Starlink. Make sure you seal everything, that way we don't get water in our house. Or whatever you decide to install this on. This stuff dries clear too. At least from what I've read and been told in the past, you want to have a drip loop. That way the water can come down and not go into the home. All right, let's get everything set up on the inside, and we got to program it or set up the Wi-Fi, then we'll go around and we'll test it. Now I have it here. Once you do connect to it, this little login thing pops up, and your default password is going to be admin. So once you're connected, this is where you're going to be able to connect or set everything up. You have switch modes. So if you hit that switch mode, now you can go into repeater mode, AP mode, mesh router mode, mesh AP mode, and mesh extender mode. Whichever one works for you. I'll have to play around and see which ones I like, or which ones work better for me, I guess, in the end. But let's get this set up here. Create your network. All right, and then just let it connect and get set up. It's pretty much that easy to get it going. All right, so our network is there. We're gonna go ahead and get connected to it. And like I mentioned, I'm on Starlink, so it's not incredible speeds here. Sometimes it's better than other times. This is about average, a little over 200 for me. Sometimes I get 400. Today the speed's not too bad, but upload's looking pretty good today, or it was. So we got our speed test here right next to the extender and here in the home. So what we're gonna do, so we're gonna go to the top of the hill and test it up there, see how well it reaches that way. Where the cargo trailer is, it's almost 300 feet from here. And then we're gonna go on the other side of the trees. We're gonna see how well it reaches there. And then we're gonna go to the front, the opposite way this is actually facing. And we're gonna see if it will reach the street, which is probably another 400 or 500 feet that way. Now that we're at the top of the hill, we're gonna do another speed test here. And we're getting some really good speeds even up here on the hill. All right, so now I'm gonna take you on the other side of this tree line and we're gonna see how well it penetrates past these trees. Let's see, well, actually the connection isn't too bad right here. So even though it's only getting a slightly lower signal, it's still getting over 300 on the down. And over 30, over 40 on the up. And this is the furthest point of my 3 acres, so if it reaches here, I'm good. Actually, that's pretty good upload, 50. All right, so now we'll go test down to the road, which would be the other side of the property. So down here at the road, we do not have a signal. And so yeah, I'll see how far I gotta go to actually get it. We are down at the road, which is also down at the bottom of the hill, and the house is up there at the top. We also have all these trees and everything blocking. So the Wi-Fi is not gonna reach down here with it facing the back of the property. I'd probably have to get up on a pole or something and then, oh, wait, now it's seeing something. Nope, I can't join it here. So let's go up and we'll see when I can actually get connected to it. So if we come up around the corner and at the entrance, now we have signal. All right, we got Wi-Fi at least right here, and the speeds aren't too bad. I would say not bad. I mean, this is actually the entrance of my property. That was the easement. So at least my entire property itself is connected. But I would like to have a little bit better signal coming down here so I can set up some cameras for deliveries and stuff. And I know I can mount this up higher and it would reach the property better, especially if I would like mount it more on like a corner and have it up raised above the house a little bit. But I have Wi-Fi on my entire property. At the top, great speeds. The furthest corner, still decent speeds. Even almost to the road, we still got Wi-Fi. And we still had Wi-Fi all through the front and to the entrance of my property. So I'm pretty happy with the performance of this one. The install, super easy, only takes a few minutes. Even with me drilling holes through the wall and silicone and all that stuff, still only took a few minutes to do this whole thing. The setting up of the Wi-Fi, that only took like 30 seconds to do. And there are other modes that you can use if you want. Another option that we have is that you can use that mesh mode. So if I wanted to, I could get another one of these and I could mount it somewhere else on the property. And I could always just make like a mesh network. If you have like a really huge property, let's say yours is much bigger than my 3 acres and you want to do a much bigger area, 5 acres, 10 acres, get several of these and you can do like a mesh system. At least that's what it looked like when I was reading the thing. That's gonna be my quick demo for this WAVLINK extender. I think it works awesome. It's gonna be perfect for what I have to do. And I have internet pretty much anywhere I go now on the property, which is great because we don't have much signal on a lot of the property when it comes to cellular. So I rely on my Starlink to stay connected with everything. But if you're looking for a way to extend your Wi-Fi throughout your property, whether you got a smaller yard or a massive property, these are gonna work really well. Super easy to install, easy to set it up. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.